Last night, we unfortunately had 4 first responders that were hit by a suspected drunk driver while they were working on a crash on I-76 about milepost 13.
The cruel irony in this entire thing was they were investigating another DUI collision when this DUI collision occurred.
They had a fire apparatus that was blocking the number 1 and 2 lanes, and they were routing traffic around onto the right shoulder. While they were doing the investigation, we had an individual in a Toyota Tacoma that ended up going around the barricades, went over on the left side around the fire truck, and ended up striking 4 of the personnel that were out on the roadway. We had 2 Commerce City Police Department officers that were injured and 2 fire department personnel that were injured.
Our 2 injured firefighters were transported to the hospital. 1 was treated, reevaluated, and released, and 1 will undergo surgery today. As we speak here today, he's in surgery.
1 of our officers is still hospitalized this morning. Both are expected to be okay. We are incredibly grateful. You can imagine how tense those moments were when we found out this happened and they were being transported by ambulance and we didn't know the extent of their injuries.
The first information we had was he was red. Our firefighter, meaning he was very serious. We go to the hospital. We're thinking we got our crews. I'm trying to think of how we get this fireman's wife down to the hospital. They have a 1.5-year-old son. It's taxing. It's brutal. We are a brotherhood. You don't know what to think. You don't know how to act.
In regards to the body camera footage, it's pretty horrific. And I think it's something that we would want the public to see at some point when we know it's not going to hinder the investigation that CSP is doing. But you were asking about what kind of message do we want to give to the community. I think that's probably the best preventative there is to see how terrifying that was. And when you watch that footage, it's amazing that some of those people walked away from that accident.
As an agency, and speaking on behalf of all of these other agencies as well, people need to actually listen. We've talked, and nobody's listening here. We still get these DUIs that are coming out. It comes down to laziness and being self-absorbed, okay? There's no reason that anybody needs to be drinking and driving. We are doing everything we possibly can, and we are blocking the roads. We have got giant vehicles. We've got people directing traffic. We have cones, and this is still not enough that we cannot keep people out of these zones where they're hurting our personnel. Last year, Adams County, the State Patrol covered 251 impaired crashes. That's just our agency alone in this county. And it's been ridiculous. So we are getting to a point where we absolutely need the public's help. We need people to actually start taking responsibility on this. When we can't get our own people out there to help others that are in need of assistance when they have crashes or something else that's going on the road, and we have to worry about being hit and injured and possibly killed, this just cannot continue the way it's been going.